Welcome back, everybody, to the Nosebleeds podcast. I'm Chris Witt, and with me, as always, is Mr. Adam Schmidt. Adam, how are you today, bub?
Uh, uh,
Yeah,
Fargential.
me too. Oh,
Fargential.
last time I was out, I was flat. I had some flatulence.
Yeah.
So, speaking of flatulence, let's get this podcast started today.
That's true.
I've got we got super big news on the Nosebleeds podcast. Adam was involved at work in well, I'll let you talk. What is it that you had at work on Tuesday?
A very serious situation, not to be joked about. We had what's called Tater Day.
Tater Day, not Tater Tuesday. It was Tater Wednesday,
It
right?
was Tater. It ended up being, I think it was supposed to be on National Potato Day or something originally, and then it
Okay.
got moved twice
Oh,
because the lady that bakes all the potatoes was sick for a while or something.
so one lady bakes all the potatoes for Tater Day.
One lady bakes all the potatoes for Tater Day.
Before we get to the rest of this, how many people were involved in Tater Day at the courthouse
Involved in preparing or eating?
eating?
Uh, I think 40 something.
So old girl cooked up 40 baked potatoes the night before.
She cooked 56 baked potatoes. She cooked a bunch of extra just in
Okay.
case. And apparently she got up at 5 o'clock in the morning that morning or something to either finish them or cook or
I would
cook them
assume
different.
she got up at 5 a.m. to make them because why would you bake them before and then just leave them sit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
I'd say she
Yep.
baked.
But
Man,
she gets serious about it. She was saying she oils them up and she puts like uh pink pink Himalayan
Himalayan pink
salt
sea salt.
and some sort of nice fancy fresh pepper or something like that.
Hmm. Wraps
Yeah,
them up in the foil and
wraps
then
them in the
cooks them that
foil.
way. It's the only way to cook them, honestly.
Yeah,
It's the only way to do it.
sounds like she does it right. So, yeah, and then she brought them in one of those like heat bags, like when
Yep,
like
yep.
like
I
you
got
know
one of
I've
those.
got one. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
um, and then in a cooler.
Wow,
Keep it all.
man, those things were fresh and hot.
They were hot.
Okay,
They were fresh
so
and hot.
here's the next part is everybody involved, almost everybody, right? Not everybody, because not everybody, everybody is never always involved. There's always a
Sure.
few that just come and eat and they don't do much anything.
And that's what I was trying to do.
I'm sure it is. So, was there sign up genius? Is it on paper? What's the sign up for the sides or for the fixins, if you will?
Yeah. So there was a sign up genius, and it was, I am willing to bring a topping, maybe something else, and then I'm willing to donate money to the preparation.
Okay, okay, all
That's
right,
what I chose.
okay.
I'll give you whatever,
I'll
10
give you
bucks, 20
I'll give
bucks,
you all
whatever it
20
is.
bucks as long as I don't have to do anything.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
100%. Yeah.
That's what I signed up for. So a few days later, we get an email. Everybody gets an email that says, so many people decided to donate money instead of bringing, we're going to have to assign people some things. Um, so I was assigned to bring black beans.
Who puts black beans on a baked potato?
Well, shortly thereafter, there was a few days later after that one, after that email, there was a rundown of how many people, no names, but how many potatoes that were ordered and how many toppings have been ordered for each potato. Because
Okay.
when you order your potato, you tell them
Oh,
all the toppings you want.
you filled out a piece of paper that said, I want a baked potato, check.
Yeah,
I want cheese, sour cream, butter.
those are the three things that I ordered.
I mean, then okay, so let me just think of some other things.
Okay.
Uh, bacon bits.
Yep.
Gotta have bacon bits. Chives were
Yep.
probably on there.
Hmm.
I'm not sure I've heard of anything else ever being on a baked potato besides those five things.
So I think they had a salsa of some kind. They had a ranch dressing. They had black beans.
Who puts
Uh,
black beans on
and
potatoes?
I don't, maybe something else, maybe some other sort of vegetable, maybe like a corn salt
So,
salsa or something like that.
so did you see, so you could see how many people chose what toppings?
That's right.
How many people chose black beans?
I don't know how your Spanish is, but uno.
One person. So you just had to go get an 87-cent can of black beans and bring it with you.
That's what I had to do. All except
That's better than the $20 you were going to give them.
it would have been. Um, probably 60 seconds after we get that email that I see one person has chosen black beans. And this is still, it ended up being a week and a half away or whatever because we had to move it a couple of times. But, and there was still, people could still order them like almost all the way up to the day. So I get an email from my boss and she says, "Hey, in the past, I've had to bring black beans for stuff like this. Go to GFS. They've got they've got a big can of black beans there." And so, and she's like, she even
A
said,
170-ounce can of
yeah,
black beans.
yeah, GFS Gordon Food Service
Yeah.
is like industrial, like restaurant supply
Yes.
thing,
Yes.
basically. So, uh, there's one near my house, but I've been in there once in my life, I think,
Hmm.
because why do I ever need to go
Well, the
there?
chicken wings apparently are delicious.
Is that right from
That's what
GFS?
apparently the chicken wings are what down at West Side used to have,
Oh,
and they're the same ones that obviously at Price El Chili. So a little smaller, but the best chicken wings in the world.
and both of those places would go to somewhere like that because they got to buy them in bulk for
And
sure.
they're a restaurant.
Yeah. So
So do you know how big the jar of black beans you ended up getting was?
I forgot to look. It was hmm, it was about like this blanket.
Okay,
It's a
wrapped up Target blanket. So let's
yeah,
say
actually this is
let's
pretty
say about a
pretty accurate.
6-inch round,
Yeah.
and probably is that was it really that big or a
Yeah.
little short? Oh
It
my,
was about this
that's
big.
8 inches.
Yeah,
That's 8 inches tall.
probably. Yep.
That is a monster can.
It's a monster can of beans. So my boss says in this email, I drive past the GFS on my way home. I can grab you a can of black beans if you want. I said, "No thanks. Very nice of you. I have a GFS by my house. I'll
Hmm.
hit that up."
Hmm.
I look around at the black beans there. Not a huge selection, but they've got like the GFS brand and they've got like the name like the Bush's name brand, Bush's beans name brand, okay?
Okay.
So I'm looking at them and I decide I'm not gonna go cheap on these people. I'm gonna get the Bushes, right?
What? Not these people. On this person.
I'm not gonna
Only
go.
one person asked for black beans. There's not people involved.
That's a good point.
I'm gonna spend $30 on a can of black beans for one individual.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Anyway.
think it was only like $8
Okay.
actually.
Still though.
Still. More than, some place had a regular can on sale for 39 cents probably. I went $8 for the for the Bush's 10-gallon can. So I go ahead and get it. I'm like, this is insane that I'm getting all these beans. And I'm like, look, there's still time for people to order black beans on their, but it didn't seem like that was gonna happen. If anybody did, it may be one or two more people, right?
Yeah.
So went ahead and got it.
How many beans can you put on one baked potato?
Yeah.
A
If you
spoonful?
yeah, if you love baked beans, two spoonfuls.
And there's 8 in a can, a normal can.
Yeah. So it's that this can is sitting on my kitchen counter for a week because it got pushed back a couple times. Eventually, the day comes, I take the can. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to heat these up at work, right?
Yeah.
So no stove at work,
Yeah.
which, I feel like the best quality way is to he- do what the directions saying, heat it in a pot on top of
Hmm.
the stove and
Absolutely.
stir it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't have that option. So
Simmer that bad boy.
it's going microwave. It's got to
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
microwave.
We gotta radiate as much as we can.
Right, right. You gotta put some plutonium and whatever
Yeah.
else comes out.
Yeah. Pneumonia and everything else.
Right, pneumonia. Right. So, uh, pneumonia beans might be. might be the title of this one. I gotta remember that. Okay.
Uh,
Um, I'm like, okay, well, I have some microwave safe plastic Tupperware sort of deals. But I'm like, you know what? It's still plastic.
hmm
I don't want to cook this stuff in plastic for this person, right?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
it's for that one person.
So so I get a bowl, my own bowl, uh, bring it with me to work, bring it with the beans, and I go ahead and I open this can. First of all, I also brought my own can opener
That's
because
awesome. I love it.
I,
Yeah, you don't know how you don't know what's in the
I'm not a
drawers at
squirter.
work.
I don't look through them. I don't
Yeah,
use any of that stuff at work.
yeah.
They did have one there, but I wasn't sure. So brought my own, and it's a cheap mechanical. I mean, you crank that baby on, and you're cranking that thing, and the diameter of this can, boy, it took me a minute.
Yeah, it's a forearm.
It,
You gotta get
yeah,
the Popeyes going.
yeah, that's right. It was a workout and a half for me,
And
but
they thick. Them bigger cans be a little bit thicker, if you know what I'm
yes,
saying.
yeah, yep. Uh, Tough lid to get open, but I got it, and I open and I'm like, and then a couple people see this can before we have to bake them and stuff, and they're like, "What in the world are you doing?" I'm
My
like,
boss pranked me, man.
"Yeah, I was trying not to throw her under the bus, and thank
No
goodness."
way. So that's where we differ. That is where we differ. I let everybody know that she's the one that told me go to GFS and get the biggest can you can.
Here's the good thing about her is so I'm gonna fast forward a little bit
All right.
throughout the day. Everybody sees the can, sees
There's less sour cream than there is
there's
beans.
way less sour cream there's less everything than beans.
Everybody got sour cream.
So so yes. Um there you could have loaded every baked potato with these beans and had some left over. 56 potatoes. So anyway, this becomes the joke of the domestic relations court all day long.
I'm
People
so
are
happy.
people are stopping by my office. I heard you brought some beans today, Adam. Just every way you can imagine. It's but my closest people at work are making fun of me all day long,
That's awesome.
and I love it.
No, it
Honestly,
was
I love it.
good. It was good fun.
Yeah,
Not
of course,
yeah, yeah,
of course,
yeah.
yeah. So and it was funny, and so at the end of the day. My boss comes to my office right before we leave, and she's laughing her head off. And she's like, I forget what she's like, something about the bean. And then she goes to the people that can hear her in the hall, just so everybody knows, I'm the one that told Adam to bring a can of beans from GFS. I'm the one that did that. It's my fault. She's like, you're the best at you just did what I suggested, and that's, you brought plenty for everybody. And I ended up walking around that court looking for a container to put the rest of the beans because it's not a resealable can or anything.
No, it is not, my friend.
It's you got to do something with those
You
beans.
know what I'd have done with them?
What's that?
I'd have took that $7.87 that were left of them and put them right in the garbage
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. I
Or said, hey, does anybody like black beans? Because I don't know if you know me that well yet, but I'm not eating these.
Right. And I did have to say that to several people because I start trying to you need some beans, take some beans home, take some beans home. So I finally find a container and it's anyway, I won't even tell you about it's a container that's like it's almost like the gallon container for ice cream.
Yes.
And it's like, I don't know
Yeah.
if you remember the old container, it was round
Yep.
and it just had like the round top. It was like the
Yep.
same.
Plastic little handle on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
not
you're
even
saying,
plastic ones,
I know
like
what you're saying. Okay. Okay.
cardboard ones, but
Yeah.
yeah, but they were round instead of like oval shaped or whatever they are now. Anyway, so we had a bunch of those. I grabbed one of those, filled it to the I mean,
It's a big boy.
it's a big boy. It's not quite the size of the can of beans, but it's close to it. That's how many we had left over. And also, by the way, people who did not order beans, a few people took some beans on the side just because we had so many, and
Just
they
to
were
eat some
like,
beans.
"Oh,
I'll eat some beans.
I got a little pity for Adam. He looks like a turkey today, so I'll
Well, did the one person that ordered beans actually put beans on it?
I have no idea who it was.
Oh,
I
it didn't
never
have
found
names
out.
on it.
No,
Didn't have names on
never found out who it was, but they sure should have,
it.
because
It better.
yeah. So anyway, that was the beanstalk, and so
What?
I put it in the
Where are
fridge.
those beans?
They're in the refrigerator, in the break room refrigerator, and
And they will be until someone throws them
they
away.
will be. Except I saw today that the carton was moved, so someone may have gotten some.
No. They moved it so they could put their stuff in there.
It's a brand new refrigerator, so there's not that much in there yet. But it looked like someone pulled it forward. Maybe, and a couple people did say, maybe I'll grab some beans. I don't know. So, but anyway, before I left that day, I put those things in there and I sent a message to everybody in the court and said, "Hey, I don't know if you guys heard, but there's beans left." And I said, "Please
Nice.
feel free to bring a container in from home and take as many as you need. I hope someone is hosting a party soon." So anyway,
Hope someone's hosting a tater party.
yeah, I hope someone is hosting a block party for their neighborhood soon, because you got the beans covered.
It's awesome.
Anyway, it was good fun, and even today, I still got some bean jokes from people, and so yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Congratulations on the beans. You told me about the bean. I didn't know the whole thing. I just knew it was coming up, but you
Hmm.
told me about the size of the beans.
Hmm. I should have taken. Why didn't I take a picture?
I'm just so glad that everybody there gave you a little bit of a hard time.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. It was good. It was good fun.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I would have ate some beans if I was there.
yeah,
I wouldn't have put them on my potato, but
yeah,
I'd have ate some beans.
yeah,
I would have ate some beans.
yeah. A little
A little
side
salt,
beans,
a little salt,
a little salt.
beans, a little
You
salt.
like salt?
Me, I've been known to dabble. Been known to dabble here and there, here and there. Oh man, today my dad had went to the Elders freshman game to watch my nephew play today, and I had to drive to Columbus and back today, so that means an entire bag of sunflower seeds. The drive doesn't bother me at all. The drive is a piece of cake. Like I do it so often, I don't care.
Yeah.
The sunflower seeds, the whole bag of sunflower seeds is what gets me. The whole bag of Biggs taco sunflower seeds plus a small because I went to go get another thing and all they had were these stupid Spitz Dorito flavor. Ugh, those are terrible. Cool Ranch Dorito doesn't taste anything like Cool Ranch.
Uh,
So I had that too. Oh, buddy, he pulls out blue cheese combos, blue cheese buffalo combos. I think we're good still. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Your account, yeah.
okay.
I'm not sure exactly what this is. Hopefully, it's Dropbox. Okay. So anyway, he pulls out this blue cheese and
Okay.
buffalo wing combos, which I would eat. And I'm like, man, I just went to Columbus and back. I went through an entire bag today. Usually it's half a bag, three-quarters of a bag in a day, and I can handle that. My tongue couldn't. A piece of salt that's on a combo would tear my tongue into shreds.
I was thinking to ask, how's the inside of your mouth feel?
The inside of my mouth is okay. The
Mm,
tongue's is a little raw.
mm,
After a whole bag, it's a little raw. That's what I was saying. If I had a combo, dude, the salt on those combos tear me apart.
mm.
So I told him that, and he's like, "Oh, here," and he's got my favorite sunflower seeds in his hand, Buffalo Ranch, and I'm like, oh, I can't eat those either because my mouth is so bad right now. I didn't eat any. Those are the only two things he had. So if you want to know where I get it from, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Pops.
That's where I get the salt fiend from.
Very nice. I like combos. Not I wouldn't do the blue cheese deal.
Blue cheese,
Um,
buffalo wing, blue cheese. I think is kind of the
mm,
deal of it.
yeah. I don't like blue cheese. But
I
it's
mean,
just the flavor. I know there's not
I
real
was
blue
gonna say
cheese.
there ain't no real blue cheese in any of
Yeah.
it. You promise that.
Yeah. There's nothing real in
The
combos.
only thing that's real is the fake flavor.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the salt maybe? Is the salt even real? I don't know. Um,
It's awful big chunks of salt on that thing.
yeah. Okay. Uh, speaking of salty, I'll tell you who's salty who lost in the Final Four this weekend and was real salty at the end of that game, was Geno Auriemma.
Geno.
All right, I need to hear your take on what happened. He obviously, if anybody didn't see it, end of the game, they ended up putting up 2.2 seconds or whatever left, but right before the buzzer sounds, South Carolina first of all beat them by 14, which is insane because
Yep.
UConn won like 50 something straight games and didn't lose at all this year and hardly ever was down in a game at all. But they lose by 14. Gino, they get together at center court to shake hands, and I think they even still shake hands barely, but he had something to say to Don Staley, right?
Yes. And in his post game interview, he explained that before the game, they announced both coaches and they're supposed to shake hands.
hmm
And he waited for 3 minutes, he said, at half court. 3 minutes.
First of all, since you're emphasizing that, do you think he knows it was 3 minutes, or it was one of those? It's felt like a long time, so
Yeah.
I just throw out three
I think
minutes.
it was an exaggeration.
Okay, but he waited for a long time.
He sat there and it looked awkward. Did you see the video of him actually standing there? Because a lot of people immediately put videos up because they did shake hands before the game, but it was before announcements and that before they announced all the players.
Okay,
So they walk up, they shake hands at mid court, and they have videos of that, and everybody's giving him crap like she did shake your hand before the game. Here's the video of it. We all have this video. But then there's a video where after they get done announcing, South Carolina is in a huddle, a team huddle, and so is UConn. But Geno is not in their huddle.
Mm.
Don Staley's in hers. Geno walks to half court, and they announce over the speaker. You can hear him, and the head coach for the UConn Huskies, Geno Auriemma, and the head coach for South Carolina, Don Staley. They announce both coaches, which I've never noticed that in NCAA game. I'm at
I had no
every
idea.
announcing. I'm always there for the announcements.
I think it's just during the Final Four.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they do that, and Gino walks, kind of has his head down. He's got a piece of paper in his hand. He's just kind of like moseying over to half court because he notices Don Staley's not there. And he legit stood there for a little while. I don't know how long it was because the video stopped before I could see him walk away. But she's obviously in the huddle. Well,
hmm
I mean, she's coaching her team.
hmm
I, is it? I guess this is my question to you. Was he a little butthurt that he lost and he was probably upset that she didn't do that, but then he lost by that bad and hasn't lost in a long time, and now he feels like he has to say something about a pre-game handshake.
Because it's his frustration coming out about the game.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
I think so. Now, I will say, and first of all, let me say this. He looked terrible at the end of that game. The way he handled that
Horrible.
was bad. He looked like a
Did you
big
see
baby.
the UConn, the big tall black girl assistant coach? She like kept putting her hands on her face, like, "Oh my God, what is he doing? Stop! Oh, I can't believe this is happening."
Oh, I
It
didn't.
was a whole lot of
Was it the one that kind of grabbed him and started ushering him away?
yes,
Mm.
yes, and right before it and right after it, she had her hands in her head, like, "Come on, what are we
Mm.
doing?" Kind of a thing.
That's not good.
Nope.
Um, but I mean, at least because it seemed like there were people on kind of both sides, but especially South Carolina, that were like, what are you doing? And then they start like yelling at
Now
each
the
other.
church, and you're
Right.
you're asking for that. You're
Yeah.
just asking for. Now we just beat you, and you're gonna come up and be a little baby. Well, you want to be a baby? I'm gonna start barking at you. I'm gonna chirp at
Yeah.
you now.
Because now I'm upset because you're telling me that I did something wrong and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We just played the game and this it's over and you're gonna come file your grievances with me right now about something I don't even understand what you're talking about.
Whatever he said was so bad that when they put time back on the court, the Don Staley is caught on camera pacing back and forth saying, "I'm gonna beat Geno's ass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat G." That's all she kept saying, and these
As,
coaches are like, "Hey, dude, come on,
yeah.
stop. What like, you
Yeah.
chill out, chill out. Let him be the idiot."
Yeah. And that was I mean you know, she was out of line for that too, but it started I mean the whole thing started with him just starting some sort of trouble, and it wasn't necessary at all. I I think I was getting ready to say through that whole thing. I understand if that's because he said I've been to 25 Final Fours, and that is how we've always. They announce it. They go to the go to
Hmm.
half court and shake hands. I I can see a scenario where she forgets about because she's been to a bunch of Final Fours too.
She's in the but you know she's in there coaching her. You
Right.
can see her. He's walking up, visibly sees her in there and chooses to do that
Right.
and stand there. If
That's
it's not going on, give a little head nod, whatever, and just turn around and get back in your huddle.
it's I agree with you on that. I also think it's probably a little bit disrespectful to make him stand there and like if that's what everybody always does for the Final Four, especially you've been there a few times, and maybe one of her assistants should have been like, "Hey, just pull her out real
Yeah.
quick. Hey, he's standing over there waiting.
Yes.
Run over quick. Okay, good luck, and then get back." So I think I can understand why he would be frustrated about that because he looks kind of silly out there. It's also now a lot of people on the
Gamesmanship or not gamesmanship, but sportsmanship part of it. You know what I
sportsmanship.
mean? Yeah.
Yep. You just said gamesmanship. It also probably not, but it could be. I mean, that's definitely a power move if you want it to be.
100% it
If
could
you
be.
make
Yeah.
him, he's going to go to half court and he's standing there just out by himself at half court
Yeah.
with everybody's eyes on him, and you're acting like he doesn't exist. I if she wanted to do that on purpose, that's kind of a
Then the best thing Gino could have did is stand there by himself, realize she's not coming over, shake hands with the air
yeah,
visibly so everybody sees him, say good game to her, shake her hand even though there's no one there,
yeah.
turn around and walk back. That'll get on video and then or you do that and then look at her and give a little wave off like
Mhm.
what a piece of crap that she didn't even come here.
Yeah,
Make her look like the idiot.
yeah,
Don't go up to her with 2 seconds left after you lose by 14 and that's when you decide
yeah,
that you're going to get mad at her.
yeah. He could have if he felt like he needed to say something, he could have said something. I honestly, well, you're not going to say it as the game starting, but wait until after the game, wait until after the final, and then be like, hey, we're two of the top coaches in the country every year. What's up with the final? What's
Yeah.
every year we do this. Was that like a
Yeah.
like what was that?
Yeah.
But it was the frustration of the game, and he was really upset about how physical they were, and how little that he felt like calls were being made, and that people keep talking about the interview at the end of the third quarter with Holly Rowe that he like kind of went on a big rant. Sarah Strong's jersey ripped, and he's like, so they called 6 fouls in that quarter, all against us. They're beating the crap out of us all game. And then he even said, some was it then or after the game? I think it was after the game in the press conference. He said something about no, it was during that interview. He said something about she, their coach, the way that she taught the names that she calls these officials. Did you see that part? The
Mm-mm.
names that she calls these officials is you can't even repeat it. And he was like,
It sounds like he's got no respect for Don Staley, and he was making sure to make it out however he had to. He wanted his to do everything he could to try to make her look bad, and he ended up looking pretty
maybe
silly himself.
he did. That's right. And it was certainly the frustration of losing for the first
Hmm.
time in forever. You have to. That's because a lot of people talk about that too, and I'm sure we do that too. Like you talk to your players about how you conduct yourself when you lose, or even just when things are going bad, right? Um, you have to try to be classy about it. You have to be respectful and be a good sport and everything.
Did you
And
see Diana Taurasi? Did you see the video?
um, I
So he
don't
yells
know if
at
I
her,
did.
shake, the yelling at her stuff, and then he has to go back to his bench again.
Hmm.
And Diana Taurasi's walking off, and she's pointing at Don Staley as she's talking to Gino, and she's saying something like she did she show like Diana Taurasi looked like she was telling Gino go beat her go beat her up or
Oh,
something.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would assume Diana Taurasi would be in support of Geno,
Yes.
but
Seemed like she
why
was.
is she go? You're not part of the game. Just
She walked
go.
away. She was walking away. She didn't get in the middle. She didn't get on the floor. She said it as she was legit walking away from him. Just wanted to, hey, yo, Gino. It felt like a hey, yo, Gino. She's over there running her mouth kind of a thing.
That might have been what she might have seen her talking about
Beating
beating
his.
him up. Yeah, and
Don Staley probably would beat up Geno Auriemma. I
yeah,
mean, he's like 70 years old.
he's 72, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's late 50s.
I was gonna say late 40s or early 50s, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean she was playing professionally in the 90s and but anyway, uh, yeah, a bad look really for everybody, but certainly for Geno Auriemma, I think more than anybody. And then his a lot of people have talked about this too, and I just saw this today actually for the first time, but the next day he released a or UConn or whatever released a
Statement.
press statement with his apology, right?
Oh,
In his words, and the wording was nice and professional. He did not
mention her
he
name.
did
I heard
not mention her name.
Dan Patrick was talking about this.
Yeah.
He didn't, he never said Don Staley's name in the whole thing.
I have a good relationship with their staff. I didn't, I shouldn't have behaved that way, and the focus should be on them winning and how good their staff is. Their staff is what he said a couple of times, and he did not apologize to her. Somebody said, I think one of the former UConn players said that I think it was Rebecca Lobo, said that he reached out to her after that, maybe 2 days later or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But in the press conference before the championship game, she said she had not heard from him. So I don't know if he reached out or when, but it sounds like it's kind of squashed now. But if they come back next year, it's everybody's going to remember that.
The craziest thing is, the craziest part of all of this is UCLA turns around and
Yeah.
beats the
The
belt to ass
yeah.
to South Carolina
Yeah.
in the national championship game.
The biggest surprise I would say of the weekend. I mean,
And everybody keeps calling it a surprise. South Carolina lost 3 games. UCLA lost 1 game all year.
yeah.
They were the number 2 ranked team in the country.
Yeah.
Like they were really, really good. But USC or South Carolina, UConn is looked at as national championship game in the Final Four
Yeah.
as the 2 best teams, as they've been the 2 best teams for the last however many years. And UCLA comes out and whoops them.
Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, the interviews right after the game, right after all that happened, and in the press conference after the semifinal game, and before the championship game, and after the championship game, Dawn Staley keeps being asked those questions about the Geno situation. And she's done a really good job
Sure.
of being
Yeah.
classy about it and saying like we need to focus on this game,
Yeah.
the fact that we performed well and the fact that UCLA is a good team. We got to be prepared for them, and
Yeah.
this is the championship game, and this is great for the kids. And then after the game, she was even like, she was asked about the Geno thing again. She's like, "This is UCLA's day."
Mm-hmm.
She's like, These girls came out and played really well and beat us, and like this is let's talk about that." So that was really
Good for
impressive.
her.
Yeah,
Good for
yeah,
her.
that was impressive.
She's always come off to me as really cool, really awesome. Very like every time I've seen her as a coach, she seems like a
Mhm.
coach. Trust me, you see her yelling and screaming,
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
that stuff too. But as a coach, when she gets into those situations, usually seems pretty good. So to hear her just get a little crazy, like she gonna go beat up Geno Auriemma,
Hmm.
that was nuts for a minute. But
Yeah.
then again, competitors, right? Like I think of Chris Mack and uh what's his name? Little Mick Cronin, the
Oh
little
yeah.
leprechaun,
Yeah.
in the crosstown shootout when all that stuff goes down or not the crosstown in shootout, but when JP McCura said something to Mick Cronin in the handshake line
Hmm.
years later, and Mick stops the handshake line and just berates JP McCura, and McCura just standing over top of him with the biggest smile you ever seen in your life. And then he does an interview saying that kid would never play for me. He can never play for, uh, you know. And then Chris Mack comes right back on and just First off, he tried to recruit him, couldn't recruit him, and he just went nuts on him. But like sometimes you get a little crazy. Sometimes you gotta stand your ground and say a little something. I'm gonna beat him up. Maybe not the right thing, but you
Mm.
know,
Yeah.
I can't get over that part. That's the part that I can't get over. Don Staley pacing the court, saying, "I'm gonna beat Gina. I'm gonna beat." Like that is the part I can't get over.
Yeah, it was right in the moment because he was still walking away from her,
Yeah,
and she said it a couple times. But I think her staff was kind of like, okay, 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 come on, and it was. I mean,
one of the ladies on her staff
yeah,
was waving at UConn
she was yelling, yeah,
he looked like she wanted it to go a little bit further.
yeah, yeah, which was bad. And here's the other thing is, and thank God people aren't making a huge deal about this because Gino um, walked, said what he said. She started kind of yelling back. He started walking down toward like to shake
But
everybody's hand, and then he turned around and came back and didn't go shake everybody's hand. He turned around and went right to the locker room, which I heard a couple people say like, what is that about? You got to be classy enough to go. I think if he stayed there, shook the rest of the staff's
it would have
hand and
been
the kid,
terrible.
it would have,
Hmm.
yeah, it would have escalated. I think it was
Yeah.
probably the right move in that moment.
Yeah.
And he, and
And
also,
and if you walk off and they interview you about that, and you're like, listen, if I would have stayed there, it would have been a ticking time bomb, and somebody would have said something else. I was not in the right headspace.
yep,
I know it wasn't good, but it was best for our players and their players for me to walk away.
yeah, and it was, yeah. I don't know if he even really addressed that or not, but that's what happened, and it seems like that was probably the best thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, really interesting. Congratulations UCLA, congratulations Michigan. That made my heart happy that
And
Michigan won the men's
that was
game and
awesome. Yeah.
uh,
UConn, I took UConn. I got UConn right before the game. It had been 6 or 6.5 the whole time. Right all of a sudden it was 7.5.
oh,
And I took UConn
that's
plus
not
7.5.
yeah, that's a good
And
bet.
they, I mean, most people that would have took them won anyway because it was 6.5 most of the time. But they win by 6. I was watching that game like, good job. I'm so glad UConn lost and I won. That was the best.
Yeah.
That was the best.
But anyway, college basketball's over. All we got left is the NBA as far as basketball goes. And then the WNBA because they came, came to an agreement on their collective bargaining deal.
Oh, really? I
They'll
didn't know that.
start,
When did that
yeah,
happen?
a week ago or something. It's a
Huh,
week and a half ago or something.
crazy. They made
Um,
such a big deal about that. I figured I would have heard more.
mhm. So yeah, I think they start in May or June.
Hmm.
So anyway, we'll have that going on. But yeah,
Otherwise, it's
NBA
baseball
playoffs.
time.
But yep, NBA playoffs starting a week, and then yeah, and baseball's in full swing. Um, so Reds are off to a good start. Lost their last two, but that was after a 5 game win streak.
Yeah,
So we'll see if they can keep it rolling.
I like it. Can't score many runs, but we'll
Yeah,
make it happen.
I was looking today before the game today, which they lost. They were 8-4 going into the game, 8-4, tied atop the National League Central with a -2 run differential.
Yeah, they've scored the least amount of runs in all of baseball.
hmm And they're 8-4. They
Yeah,
were. Now they're 8-5.
yeah.
But yeah, yeah,
Still a couple games
pretty
back from
interesting.
the Brewers, though. So I
Yeah.
believe aren't they?
No, that they were tied going into the
Oh, they're
game
tied
today.
going
Yeah,
into
I
today.
don't know if the Brewers did today, um, but anyway, so exciting stuff, exciting time of year, of course. Um, were you looking that up?
Yeah, just taking a check, just
Gotcha.
doing a little look-see loo, if you will.
hmm Our
Uh,
producer called in sick today again, so
oh
we
no,
we
today's
got
Thursday. The Brewers didn't play today.
okay.
Yeah, there was only they finished up. Let's see, there was one, two, three, four, five, 4 game series, or no, three 4 game series, and two brand new series just started today.
Okay,
So those will be 4 game series. I'm getting
gotcha.
to know these series, how the
Yeah,
series
I
start and
bet.
finish very well.
So the Reds are half game back now, and they're gonna have to make a run here because I mean the playoffs are around the corner. It's almost the middle of April.
We're
Uh,
155 games until the end of the year,
yeah,
so
we're counting them down now.
yeah.
So anyway, I wish there was a transition from this to the Mount Rushmore, but I don't know that there is.
I'm not sure.
I guess you have to build a baseball club to be able to pitch well and field well and hit well and
Hmm.
run the bases well. You're going to need building materials,
You're
right?
going to. You're going to need building materials.
And building materials in baseball are players, but building materials in the building world, which is your world,
Yeah.
um, you need wood, you need
You got to
all
find
kinds of
you
just
got to find a
steel.
hardware store.
You got to find a hardware store.
Yeah.
You got to find a hardware store, and some hardware stores, smaller hardware stores, are just going to have tools mostly.
Yep.
Um, for sale signs, don't get bit by my dog signs,
Uh-huh.
no
Uh-huh.
trespassing.
Yep.
You can get a
Styrofoam coolers.
styrofoam coolers. You can get a key made there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
And then the big box guys are going to have the wood aisles
Hmm.
that smell fantastic. Um,
Yeah.
they're going to have, I mean, you're probably sick of the wood smell, but I still enjoy walking into any of them
Yeah.
and just taking a big sniff. But and they just have all kinds of different things, right? For home improvement, home repair, home building. Let's talk about the top four, your
The Mount
top four,
Rushmore,
the Mount Rushmore
if you will,
of hardware stores.
of hardware stores.
Big, small, medium, doesn't matter.
All right, I'll go first for this and let you take Taylor Tomlinson's prodigal daughter, number one. Man, that sucked. Said all four of those words correctly.
I know, I'm disappointed.
That's all right. I'm pretty sure I called something pneumonia earlier. So
That's right.
um so uh I'm going to start off with one that you've probably never heard of.
Okay.
As we built the last swimming pool in swim pool specialist history,
Ooh.
the um, Silver Lake Outdoor Water Park, three sides, lily pad, couple diving boards, zero depth, the whole 9 yards. It's got the
Hmm.
big bucket that fills up with water and sprays on it. It's got it all. When we were building that, you needed a hardware store to get the little, little bit of this, a little bit of that, little things.
Sure.
And we would go to a place down the street called Crescent Springs Hardware.
Hmm.
Now, Crescent Springs, my grandpa was run by a little 70-year-old lady and I think it was her two or three daughters, and they ran the hardware store. And the other people that worked there, all women.
I can't imagine you see that very often.
I can't either. They knew everything. They were awesome. They were the best in the world. I take my chainsaw blades over there to get sharpened now. Now, back in the lawnmower department where they fix the lawnmowers and do the chain, there is a guy that works back there.
Okay.
But his boss is his old girl,
Mm-hmm.
old redhead girl. She takes care. She does all the screens. And then she's got uh, Big Country as her daughter who works there too.
She sounds adorable.
Yeah, Big Red. Super nice, man. They're the best people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Best people in the world. Dorothy, I want to say was the old lady's name that ran that place.
I
You
hope
know,
it is. That
I'm
sounds like a
pretty
great
sure.
name for an
My
old lady
dad,
that
my
runs a hardware
grandpa
store.
loved going in there and talking to her
Yeah.
because it's like he's talking to an old lady who runs a hardware store. It is like the greatest thing in the world to him. He couldn't believe that there's all these women working in a hardware store. And every time he asked for something, they knew exactly what it was and where it was. And he was baffled by that.
Yeah.
Baffled by it. He could not believe these people knew what he was talking about. But yeah, little, they had the hardware, the screws, right? It's always them little hardware stores that got 5 billion types of screws. They've got all of them.
Hmm.
They probably don't sell any of them, but they've got them all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Crescent Springs Hardware, numero uno,
Beautiful.
by far the best. And when you walk in, like they're up on a pedestal, like they're behind a desk, but the desk is like elevated, so they're
Mm,
like looking down on you when they're helping. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
that's neat.
I like that old school kind of like
Yeah.
little up on a stage, if you will. All
Yeah.
right, so we're gonna go Crescent Springs Hardware.
Mhm.
After that, I'm gonna go to probably my favorite place to go in Chivwa back in the day with your dad. Uh, Hater Hardware has to be one.
Yeah.
And Hater Hardware is one of those places that what now you would see the do it bests everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
do it best stores, the do it stores. And there's a ton of these everywhere. And a lot of them are my customers.
Mm.
So I'm not going to go with the Gilmans. I don't want to put any prejudice out there because they're my customers. And I'm not going to do that, even though they're awesome.
Okay.
They're great. But I'm going to go old school with my old school life. So number three, I'm going to go with Central Hardware.
Mm-hmm.
Central Hardware. I think there was a couple of those.
Yeah.
One of them was in Delhi, and it closed down when I was a child and was nothing until this year. They're turning it into like a Goodwill or Habitat for Humanity, one of those kind of stores, and they're
Yeah.
redoing it all finally after 30 plus years of it being vacant. 30 years
Wow.
being vacant. Yeah. I still have dreams of walking into into that building at Central Hardware.
Oh wait, this is on Delhi Pike.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Back where the old Thriftway was back there.
No,
No, that's at the end.
Thriftway was at the end right where the White Castles is,
Yeah.
across the street from White Castles.
It
The
wasn't in that
whole
section.
other side of no, that's where McCabe Do It Center is right
Okay,
now.
maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Now on the whole other side of the world, over by the KFC, over by where Delhi Dugout used to be,
Mm-hmm.
that right behind Delhi Dugout is the old Central Hardware.
I gotcha.
So, yep, there's that. And then, so for number four, it's a tough one. You got the home quarters. Everybody liked the HQ. I saw them a little boxy. I'm not a big fan of the boxes, right? Like the
Okay.
Lowe's, the Home Depots, a little too big box for me. I like the mom and pop stuff a little bit more.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I am going to go a little prejudice, and my largest customer is McCabe Lumber, and they have five little do-it centers. So, and one of them is here in Delhi, and that's my little hardware store now that I go to all the time, owned by the same brothers. And yeah, so I'm going to go with the McCabe Do-It Center.
Very nice.
Z.
That's the one that I was just
That's
mistaking.
the one you
Okay.
were thinking of. Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay. Good list. Good list. All right.
So what was it? It was numero uno was Crescent Springs,
Mm-hmm.
Hayter,
Mm-hmm.
Central,
Mm-hmm.
McCabe.
That's it. That's it. Okay. This is fun because we're gonna have one of the same. One.
Hayter.
Hater Hardware is number one for me for sure.
Yeah, that was your guys' place. We were at Hay. I feel like I went to Hayter Hardware with your dad. That was just like where he went just to hang out.
Yeah. Yep. He's been known to, if he's got to kill some time in between things, he'll walk into a Lowe's or a Home Depot and just walk around for a
Yeah,
bit,
sure.
right? We also do that sometimes, like on a Sunday or a Saturday at one of my places that I'm going to put on now. I agree with you about the big box things. Not as fun, not as uh, I'm missing the word, but not as charming or something as the smaller mom and pop like a
Sure.
Hater. But I'm gonna go Menards. I'm gonna go Menards.
I hate Menards.
Do you really?
I hate Menards.
Really?
Menards, I don't. I have my own reasons for not liking Menards. I have business reasons for not liking
Oh,
Menards.
okay.
I have
It's
like personal business reasons for not liking Menards. They are one of the worst people to deal with and are terrible in my line of business. There's not a single building product like there's nowhere Lowe's, Home Depot, anybody that has any respect for Menards.
really.
None. Zero.
Okay, in your line of work,
Yes.
um,
I do not sell them.
per personally, like if you're doing a
I've been there once.
okay,
Actually, twice. The other time I went just to scope out their lumber yard and look at the prices and figure out why they were selling things at the cost that they were selling them at, and then found out that they're selling a lower grade
Hmm.
than everyone else, but not putting a grade on their price sheets. So you think you're buying the same thing
Oh.
you're buying somewhere else. and you're not.
I see. I see.
They're
Okay.
despicable.
I don't think I've ever bought, or I don't even think my dad's ever bought like lumber or anything
I
like
wouldn't
that. But
buy lumber. I wouldn't buy tree lumber. I wouldn't buy anything from those people.
they have a lot of different
They
things.
have everything.
Yeah.
You can get milk, cereal,
Yeah.
and a sliding glass patio door.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's what, maybe it's just so big that it's just a place to go to see a bunch of different things.
I also don't like the fact that they act like everything's on sale, but it's really just a rebate you get back that you have to
Yeah.
come back and
They do the
do
rebate
it again.
thing.
I
Yeah.
don't like that either. Just give it to me at a cheaper cost and be done. But you got to have me come back in and
Yeah.
pay for some more stuff because you know when I come back in, I'm not going to have $26.18 worth of stuff. I'm going to buy $30 worth of stuff.
Yeah. Right. I mean, that's Kohl's Cash, right? It's the same thing.
Shop at Kohl's, you.
Well,
I can't. I don't
good for you.
like Menards,
Okay. That's that's
but that's
funny.
okay.
That's
Put it
funny.
on there.
Listen, it's on there for me.
This is yours,
It's a
man.
fun
This is not
place to
mine.
walk around.
The only place I would have Menards is under my Mount Rushmore.
Okay. All right. So
I would build my Mount Rushmore on top of a Menards.
there's a I was gonna say there's a mountain and the front of it is a Menards. You blow that part up to
Yes.
carve out
Yeah,
the Mount
exactly.
Rushmore. I
Yeah.
see. I see. Give me Menards. Give me just because they were the closest places to where we lived, and they were like the bigger hardware stores back in the day was Furrow.
Yeah. I love furrows. There's a ton of people in my industry that are from the old furrow people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was a bunch of them around too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember the Furrow over by the plaza.
Yep.
And then it was HQ after that.
Yep.
That's where the HQ was.
Furrows, HQ, and
It was a
then
Central
Hobby
Hardware.
Lobby. Oh, was it? That was the
Yeah.
other Central Hardware. I
Yeah.
know there was two of them.
Yeah.
I think I am I called was it Central Hardware over
There,
there in
I,
Delhi? I thought that
no,
was
maybe
Central Hardware.
it might have been.
Pretty sure it was that was another one.
It was either Central Hardware and then Furrow and then HQ, or it was Furrow Central Hardware HQ. I can't remember.
That's tough. I'm not sure.
Anyway, my dad just told me the other day, but um, anyway, yeah, I'm going
But then
Menards.
my Hobby Lobby was was put in. Like I worked at the old HQ. The only thing was different is the only part that we didn't do anything with. Remember on the if you're looking at the building on the far left, that was the garden place with the glass and all that. I think they just tore all that stuff down and
Okay,
then just had the building.
yeah,
But that's where the uh
no,
that's where the not sure what's going on. That is where I worked for a couple years at Hobby Lobby.
yeah, I remember that.
And now I think it's it looks like the crazy guy
Oh,
Ollie.
Ollie's,
No,
yeah,
an Ollie.
Ollie's is kind of fun. It's like a Ollie's is like the Goodwill of
Ollie's is the best. You can
yeah,
find some gems
yeah,
at Ollie's,
absolutely,
bro.
yeah,
But don't be like getting it and then think you can call your cousin and say, "Hey, bro, you got to get to Ollie's and go get one of these. They're 87 cents." And then they're gonna get there and be like, "Where they at?"
yeah.
And they ain't gonna be there.
They're gone. Yeah. It's not a.
And
It's
when
not
they're
a.
gone, they don't get
I was
reordered.
gonna say it's not a reorder thing. It's not a
Hey,
reorder thing.
y'all getting any more of them 12 by 12 canopies for $18? You getting any more of them in later?
Now we got carpet squares on sale for 31 cents a yard.
They have a sporting goods section back there
Yeah.
with all of the plastic gloves. If you've ever seen a plastic glove, it's at Ollie's.
And the
Every plastic glove. Your Franklin plastic glove, it's at Ollie's.
and your Franklin rubber basketball.
Yes.
Your outdoor only. It's gonna have a bubble on it next week.
Don't kick it.
Don't kick
Don't
it.
kick
It's
it.
done.
Don't kick it. It's gonna have a golf ball in it.
Don't even shoot it at the basket.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yep. Parker just got a basketball. Speaking of, he just got this basketball. It's like a glow in the dark, but it's not, he's got one that you can like put a battery in it and it's plastic, it's like the plastic rubber stuff. And you put a battery in it and it turns a light on and you can see it's like a glow in the dark. This is one that you gotta like put it up to the light for a while and then you can go outside and it glows, that kind of like with the shirts
The
that
solar powered basketball.
those shirts like glow in the dark pajamas,
Yeah.
like with that green color print,
Yeah.
where if you put light on it for a while, then you go in the dark, you can see it. But after a while, it just you can't see nothing.
Yeah.
That's how this basketball is, and he got it for Easter, and I'm like, man, get this cheap little bag. This is so, dude, it's like leather, like it's legit
Oh,
basketball.
really?
It is nice. He's outside shooting with it. And I'm like, why are you shooting with this piece of garbage? And I said, pass it. And I went, oh, okay,
That feels good.
okay, all right, let's go.
Oh, that's good. That's
Oh,
a
there's
good.
no, by the way, there's nothing better than taking a couple shots and having your kid look at you because you hit some crazy shots from like deep, and they look at you like, man, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
I hit two in a row and I walked out. I walked
Nice.
out. I hit two from the street.
There's nothing better than
I hit
that.
two from the street and one from behind the tree, and I was like, peace. I'm out, bro. He's like,
Oh
got to make
man.
sure dad's always the best.
Yeah,
Dad
that's
has to
right.
always be able to beat you.
That's right. Uh, you might not have too much longer of that, buddy. He's gonna
Uh-uh.
he's gonna get there soon.
He beat me one day in basketball, but I told him I could only go left, and I missed a couple easy layups, and I wasn't blocking his shot. I wasn't allowed to block his shot, and I had to go left. So you can say you beat me, but you haven't beat me yet.
Legit beat right, yeah.
Now we play, and it's like, oh, I just beat you 12-2. Yeah, I did beat you 12-2 because I'm better than you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Menards,
Sorry.
HQ, Furrow, and Hater Hardware is easily the top for me. I
Yeah.
mean, I remember I can see where the Elmer's glue is in that store. I can see that you walk in and go to the left and you go up two or three steps, and there's the postal area up there, and they
Mhm.
had some other stuff up on like the elevated part.
Yep.
The candy rack
Again,
by the
an elevated part.
yeah,
Why do they all have that?
I don't know, but I loved it.
Me too.
The candy rack by the front door. We got Necco wafers all the
Ugh,
time from there.
so disgusting.
Necco wafers or Rolos we got all the
Rolos, I'm
time.
in.
Yeah,
Necco wafers, no thank you.
yeah. I mean, we're talking
I'd rather have the big Smartie
the big Smartie. Okay.
that look like Necco wafers, but taste 5 billion times better.
You don't like the
No,
chalk discs?
no.
Huh. All right. Because they had the pack of the different colors, and then they had the pack of all chocolate. I don't know if you remember that,
That's
but
even grosser. I
it's.
didn't know there was a chocolate chalk
Mhm.
wafer.
I mean, it was
Ugh.
tasty in the day, but not.
Mm,
We know that there's a lot of better stuff out there now.
mm.
Anyway, you can still get those at some places.
That might be why I liked going to Hater Hardware because your dad bought me candy.
Yeah,
That's probably the reason I loved going to Hater Hardware with your dad.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for the Mount Rushmore of tool stores.
like it.
Um,
Let's move on to Miss Taylor Tomlinson.
mhm.
Uh, yeah, prodigal son, prodigal daughter.
Prodigal daughter.
What do you think?
Uh, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
There was a lot of she went back to her roots and did a lot of, although in a different way now, a lot of jokes about religion
Uh-huh.
and spirituality and that kind of thing, stuff about God and the Bible, all kinds of Bible stories. Um, so it was kind of fun because there are a lot of comedians that will do jokes about, um, and I think she even mentioned it, like so many comedians are atheists, right?
Yeah.
Or agnostic or whatever. So, uh, usually jokes end up having some sort of message like God's not real or something, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
How silly the Bible is, or
right,
yeah.
right. It was fun to see so many different kinds of jokes about religion, though, and
Yeah.
Catholicism and
Well, we're
Christianity.
big. We were raised Catholic
Right.
on our side, so all of that stuff, like it, all the stories,
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about. I was thinking like my son, he doesn't go to church all the time. He does, uh, what do you call it? Do service hours with the
Okay.
kids club. So he plays basketball with kids while their parents are in church, but he doesn't do much with the actual church. I don't know that he knows the story of Christmas or any of that stuff, right? I'm 99% sure he's got no idea what Easter is really about.
Oh, okay.
I'm 99% sure about that.
Okay.
So yeah, if so there are definitely some people that would watch this and be like, I don't, yeah, she's gonna have to explain this before we go any further.
It was relatable to us though.
Very relatable to us. Very relatable to us,
Hmm.
which I love things that are relatable to me,
Of course.
especially when you make jokes that are really well, not just
Crafted.
written, crafted. I think
Yeah.
that's the word. Really well crafted. Like she wasn't just shooting down everything. She was like,
Mhm.
hey, how about we look at it like I love that stuff.
Yeah.
I love looking at things in different ways.
It's like the Bill Burr with politics.
Yes.
It's very
Yes.
it's I'm gonna make jokes about both ways to
Yep.
think about it.
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you you
I think
guys are dumb and you guys are
I
dumb.
think he thinks all politics are stupid in the world, and the fact that everybody starts cheering when he makes one political joke still cracks me up to this day
Yeah.
because he's coming after you too.
Yeah.
But
That's
that's
right.
like with her, right? She
Yeah.
went after the ones that aren't. Went after two. She did a good job.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this was good. I mean, I for some reason I was afraid that she was going to decline a little bit. Now, I don't even know why I felt like that because her first couple specials were
They
fantastic.
were.
And maybe her last one, I was like, maybe not quite as good as the first one or two, but this one was really good. I thought she was great.
Look, I think she's had four Netflix specials now.
Yeah.
And that Netflix money didn't make her act any kind of certain way or tell any kind. I mean, she had the little thing about the not a prenup, her
Oh
will
yeah,
and
yeah.
testament and all that, where it's
Yep.
like, okay, if you got some money, maybe, does your dad deserve a TV, another TV? That
Yeah.
was kind of funny. Um, so she, it was a little bit, but it wasn't like, look at me, I've done all this, look
Right.
how great I am. It wasn't like I'm so successful now.
Hmm.
It wasn't any of that.
And you
She's
know that she is.
100% she is,
Yeah.
but she still has all of her insecurities,
Hmm.
and she's talked about all of them, which is awesome,
Yeah.
and owned a few of them, which she never had done in the past, which was kind of cool to
Mm.
see her like own a few things, um,
It seems like she's been therapized a bit, like
quite a
these.
bit. Seems like she's been doing that for a while.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
She's always talked about it. Yeah,
yeah,
but it seems like she's on a little bit of a different plane now, and maybe a little bit more. She definitely still has her insecurities and all that kind of
yeah.
stuff, um, but she can understand them better
A little
now,
bit
and
more
like,
comfortable with them.
yeah,
Maybe, yeah,
yeah, that's a good way to say it.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
The
yeah,
joke about
it's
her
good.
coming out as queer is the funniest thing in the world. First off, can I ask this question? And I maybe you can help me with this.
Okay,
Maybe we call um our cousin.
somebody we know. Yeah.
Yeah. But I I think I need to do a little better figuring out. I feel like queer is just such a generic term,
Hmm.
but listening to her it sounds like it just means you're bisexual. So what happened to just being bisexual?
I think I don't know this well either, but I think bisexual is just one of the things. Like queer is like an umbrella over several different possibilities that you can, if you're bisexual, if you're gay. If, by the way, I told your joke and I gave you credit for it at work.
Which one was it?
It's 2026. If you're not bisexual, you're
You're
just
just
gay.
gay. It's my favorite one.
Yes. Yeah. So,
Did it go
yeah,
over? You said
yeah.
it went over good?
I think I mean,
You
I
got to
laughed at it.
look, you got to be you're in a lawyer's office, man. You
And it
got to be
was all
careful,
it
bro.
was it was all liberal 30-year-old lawyer ladies, and I was like, you know what?
Those are the
We
best
were
one.
we were talking about that stuff
We're
for
go-
some reason. I was like, yeah, that's like my cousin says all the time. It's 2026. If you're not bisexual, you're just gay. And and I forget one of them's like, what? And the other one's like, oh, okay, yeah. And I don't know. I forget what happened with it, but it felt like the right amount, the right time
I
to get
love
that.
it. Great job. Great
Thank
job.
thank you. I
It's
mean,
my yeah, that's my one of my go-tos for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Anyway, that's how I understand it is
And that's usually the reaction to people who've never heard it. You'll get a couple like, "Huh?
yeah.
What's it?" They got to think about that for a second.
I thought it was funny from the
Anyway,
beginning.
go ahead.
Um, Yeah, but anyway, as far as I understand, like if you're there are a lot of different terms, a lot of different, I don't know, situations you can have. But from what I understand, it's all in the queer umbrella. You see what I'm saying?
Huh. So L
Mm-hmm.
G B
Mm-hmm.
T.
Although Q is,
That's what I'm saying. Q's
yeah.
got its own letter, but apparently it means all of them.
I mean, look, I could be
Or
wrong.
is the
I
Q the
just
plus?
no plus is just
All the
all
other stuff.
encompassing whatever's not listed yet.
Yeah, that's the other one. The like I don't and this is not making fun of or laughing at anything. I honestly just don't know. But the polyamorous,
Hmm.
I think from context clues, that means they just go get it on with whoever they want, whenever they want, even if
Yeah,
they're
you can be in a
multiple.
relationship
Is that
and
like a
still date
Mormon
other people.
thing?
No,
Like being are Mormons polyamorous?
I don't. I don't think. I mean, I know they have some of them have like the multiple wives and
Yeah.
stuff. So I guess maybe that counts. But I think there are polyamorous people that are just allowed to be in a relationship and date other people at the same time, or several relationships or whatever.
Hmm. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
all I should do a better job of figuring it out. But
Yeah.
that's the thing about the queer. The queer thing's the one that gets me. Like, who did we just watch that made the queer? That was joking. Was that, or was I watching something on my own? But they were talking about how if you have a Boston accent, uh, like that queer was queer. What did they say?
Probably
They
Pete
said people.
Holmes then if he was talking.
It was in the Pete Holmes joke. They were so happy that that queer came back, and everybody, and now all of a sudden
Oh yeah.
they just use it
Queer.
all the time. Yeah, queer, and then everybody uses it. And so anyway, uh, but yeah, I got to figure that one out because it sounded like that just meant she was bisexual by the way she was explaining herself. But I thought that was its own thing, and queer was its own thing, and I can't still couldn't figure that out. Or maybe that is I don't know.
I think I think if you're bisexual, you're queer. But if you're queer, you're not necessarily
So that's the
bisexual.
old, yeah. Every bisexual is queer, but not every queer. No, no. Every queer is bisexual, but not every
No,
bisexual is queer.
you had it right the first time.
Every
Every bisexual is
is
queer.
queer, but not
Not
every
every queer
queer
is
is bisexual. I think
bisexual.
it's the opposite. I think every bisexual person is queer.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but not every queer
Hmm.
is bisexual.
Right.
Is that what you said?
That's what I said.
That's
Yeah.
what I said too.
Okay. We both thought we were saying something different. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know where I'm at right now.
I mean, I think we just figured it all out.
I mean,
I think it's all
sure.
I think it's all straight now. No, I didn't mean to. No, not straight. Straight. Right.
Great now. Good job.
Um,
Nice.
I wrote three things down in this
Okay.
thing, and I could have, I could have written a lot
Could have wrote
more.
a lot down.
Couple things that hit me that I really liked that I wrote down. I hope I, I hope I die in a way that looks good on jewelry. I thought that was funny. She talked about the cross, the crucifix, and everything. Um, paper paper covers uncle. That made me laugh a lot. And
That
then
was that was pretty good when she's like, "My mom died. Your uncle." I feel like maybe they should have put us in different. Oh no, that was the ones whose parents had cancer, ones whose parents have already died. I
right,
feel like we should have been put in different rooms, and all the jokes that came from that. Oh
they were great.
goodness.
Yeah, because the one was an uncle that
Yes.
had cancer and died from it or whatever, and she's like, eh.
Quite the same. I mean, my mom
Yeah.
passed away, and you, I mean, eh,
I feel
was
like
your uncle.
paper covers uncle.
Paper covers uncle. So good.
And the only other thing I wrote down was she was talking about like what you decide to do after you die, whether you get buried or cremated or whatever, and she was talking about being cremated.
You
And
better
she
have a
called it
plan.
she called an urn haunted cups. That was so
Yeah,
funny for an
that was
urn with
good.
ashes in
Haunted cup.
it.
That was good. She did. It was good.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Shoot. Now I just looked at my score that I already written down. I want to
You
make
and
it
Jamie.
higher.
So that's
We'll see.
this is what happens with some of the good ones. As I'm watching it, I'm like, yo, this is a whatever point, whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna stick with that. I like that. And then we get to talking here and usually pull the funny stuff out. And it's like, you know what? Maybe did it creep to that? Did it get
Mm-hmm.
there? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Did it get there?
Or sometimes the opposite.
No, it's definitely been the
Yeah.
opposite. I've definitely lowered scores before
Me
too.
too.
I've definitely lowered scores.
Yeah.
I am going to stick with my original score.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to raise it point one.
You know what? I'm going to raise mine point one as well.
All right.
Yep. There we go. And I don't, I, probably be pretty close. I feel like you're going to be a little bit higher than me.
Okay, we'll find out.
Ready?
I was going to say I felt like you were going to be a little higher than me.
Hmm.
All right, here we go.
That's gonna be interesting.
On
All
the
right.
count of three. You doing your first score or your second score?
Second score.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
3.5.
3.7.
All right.
Yeah, you were right. I was at 3.6 before and I went up to 3.7. You
Yeah.
were 3.4 to 3.5. Close enough. Really good. This was really good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Anything 3.5 or above, 3 or above is listen to. Yeah, like it's good. 4 is that's the best it gets. But yeah,
That's right.
good. Taylor Tomlinson, Prodigal Daughter.
Mhm.
And that did come out in 2026.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go.
That's right.
Now, Adam, the question is, do you have a Mount Rushmore? Do you have a Mount Rushmore for next week?
Um.
Can I get you to do a Mount Rushmore? You have
I can think of
comedy.
one.
You have comedy. I have Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do a comedy, and I found out that after a while, because I finally watched the preview, that this is more, and
Oh.
you're not gonna like this.
It's not
You're
gonna.
not
Oh,
like.
here we go. This
Yep.
is more of
Yep.
so it's not a comedy special.
It's a
All
comedy
right, so we're
special.
not going. We're not watching I don't know what this is gonna be, but I can tell you what it's not. Comedy special.
I think this is a guy that you like.
Okay, this is gonna be the banana, whatever. Yeah,
This is
yeah,
Jeff Ross.
Yeah, I can't tell what this is. Did you actually
It's
watch
like a
it?
one-man show, I think. I didn't
Okay,
watch it yet, but
that's
I watched
All
the
right.
preview, and
This will be close enough to a. I think.
okay,
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
good, yeah.
It's not two guys having a sing along, right? Because that's not a
No.
comedy special. That's a play. That's a musical.
I will forever stand by my guys.
There's a. I mean, you could call it a comedy,
It is.
but a comedy special,
Oh,
I would not call it.
I've probably said this before, but that came out of a pandemic. It was originally on Kroll Show,
Mhm.
characters on Kroll Show, and then they did like a 6 episode podcast series during the pandemic, and that series was so funny to me that I've listened to the whole series like 4 times.
I am not saying that it was not funny, or
I,
that when they do their podcast like that it's not funny. I'm not saying that.
and I know that the what we watched was different.
It was.
I know it was different.
It was.
And there were parts of it that got a little slow or whatever.
They
But
were singing.
it was, yeah.
It was a musical.
For whatever reason, John Mulaney, well, they've both been in like sketch comedy a lot in the past. Um, and Mulaney, I mean, he had the Sack Lunch Bunch
But here's the
too.
deal.
I mean,
Yeah, and here's
he
the
gets
thing
into
though.
that stuff.
We don't at the end of the podcast, we don't rate sketch comedy. We rate
We ain't stand-up
stand-up comedy specials.
I'm
I'm kidding.
I'm with it.
I'm
with
kidding. It's my favorite one to make fun of
it.
that we've ever done.
That's fine. Take a banana for the ride, I
I
think
like
is what
it.
it's called. Jeff Ross. Take a banana for the ride.
This guy's brain works different.
Yeah, he's the roast master general.
Mm.
I'm
Although
sure
there are
he's
some
gonna be
people that
doing
are
things.
so much better than him. He might have been like what he thought was really good back in the day, but he still is really
he's
good.
really-
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And Lisa Lampanelli back in the day was the one. But you got new talent out there. You got new talent
Yeah.
out there. Really, it's just Nikki Glazer, right? Is
Nikki
she like the
Glazer.
one?
Yeah. You know the the next big roast is Kevin Hart.
I saw that. How many short jokes can you fit into one? If I was one of the roasters, I would purposely not make a
I
single short joke.
I thought about that very thing this morning.
I thought of
I
it when I
swear to
heard
you.
it on the Dan Patrick. I listen. That's like the only thing I listen to is Dan Patrick show. But when they were talking about how that was coming out, I was like, "That's 100%." Why? Because that's what Dan Patrick was like. How many short jokes can you fit into one thing? And I was like, the first thing I thought of, if I was up there, I wouldn't make a single short joke,
Yeah,
not a
because
single
you're
one.
going to be the only person not making one.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be he's all but because he's been on some other roasts,
Yeah.
people have already roasted him,
He was the well, yeah, he's been I
but
mean, he was the host of the Tom Brady roast
mhm.
and he's been on others. Like if you are in that's the fun part about some of these roasts. Some of the best jokes are about the people on the roast panel.
Yeah.
When Ann Calder, what's her name? When she was
No, Coulter,
Coulter
yeah,
and
yeah.
Coulter, whatever, when she was I
Why
couldn't
was
figure
she
out why
ever
she
there?
was there and she got torn apart. Dude, bad, 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 bad.
I just don't understand. Yeah, I mean they brought her there for that because
And she
everybody
sat there
hated her.
uncomfortably. It was the most uncomfortable smile I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
They said, "Here's the deal: if you want, you can do this, but you're going to get made fun of pretty hard. So don't get upset."
yeah.
Apparently, Tom Brady had a couple upset comebacks. He said to a few people while they were up there
Like he actually got kind of a
on a
little.
couple jokes. He said he had a comment back at the person, but you couldn't hear it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. What Mount Rushmore roasts?
Oh, Mount Rushmore. I'm sorry, is my
No,
turn.
you're good. You're good.
I'm going to do the Mount Rushmore. Have we done hat styles, like types of hats?
Um, no, I
Like
would say
the
no.
New Era 5950, the bucket hat, the beanie, the Russell PTS 20, the
I don't think we have
let's do that. Like what this is probably a Russell. What is this?
types of hats.
Like this is called Yu Pong the classics, right? But you know, certain hats are, you know, Russell makes a ton of really nice hats now.
Hmm.
They've got the net back. They've got all different types of different ones. There's lots of fun styles of hats out there
Yeah.
now. I went from the 5950 because I have been in between sizes since I was little.
Oh.
I've always the 7 1/4 is too small, and the seven and what is it, seven and is it 3/8 or whatever the next one is too big, and I can't find a 5950 that actually fits me. So now they got these Russells with the flex fits and all that stuff,
Mhm.
and you know they make two. Russell makes two different types. They've got the PTS 20 and the PTS 30. I'm more of a PTS 30 guy myself, but a lot of people like the 20. A lot of people still like the 5950, right? Like that's the go-to for the new era,
Yeah.
the on the field, if you will.
Yeah. I'm not a hat guy. I like hats.
You could go to your brother's house and you could start looking at the different types of hats he
He's a
has.
hat guy.
Yeah.
But the couple times when I thought about trying to wear a hat again, when the flex fit started and when the low crown they started.
So the
Low
low
crown.
crown is phenomenal. Yeah, but it's a little smaller than the other. So the 7 3/8, I think actually kind of almost fits the old dome piece
Yeah.
um, on the low crown.
Yeah.
But the low crown is definitely the way to go on the
I
5950,
like that.
without a doubt.
For
But you can get a flat bill now. You can get the flat because it used to be the flex fit stuff only had the big rounded bills like this one.
hmm,
But now, like I get a flex fit and it's got the straight bill because you know if you're gonna go play ball now, you gotta have the straight
you
bill.
gotta
Ain't
have a
no
straight bill. You like
ain't no
that?
ain't nobody wears the bent bill no more. All my hats that
Well, you gotta.
this is just go out fishing. You know, Columbia cedar hat, right?
Mhm.
Like this is yeah. I still go for a little bent bill,
Sure.
but when it's ball game time, oh yeah,
Gotta do the flat.
Daddy's got the flat bill.
Okay.
Definitely rock the flat bill.
All right.
Golf, rock the flat bill.
Oh, okay.
I rock the flat bill with golf. Yeah.
All right. I feel like the professional golfers still do curved bill.
Depends,
Yeah.
man. A lot of them
Does
do, but
does
then you
anybody do
got
a
like,
flat?
oh yeah, you kidding me? Ricky Fowler?
Okay.
Ricky Fowler with all the Puma head to toe pink with the flat bill? Let's go. Let's. My dude's got like lime green and navy blue mixed together with that flat bill, white flat bill with the navy Puma sign.
That's old black man style.
Mm.
Matching head to
Ricky
toe.
Fowler is a short Mexican looking fella, but he still looks good. He still looks good.
All right. All right. Types of hats will be good.
We'll do types of hats. All right, so we have oh
Jeff Ross.
Jeff Ross, banana hammock, and types of hats Mount Rushmore next week. Till then, don't forget to turn your headlights on. Recording stop.